YouTube, how you doing? Attorney Darling here. This is our first video in our series of question and answers. And the first question that you really need to consider is if you are a loved one that you know has been arrested, the first thing you want to consider is should you consult with an attorney? I didn't say should you hire an attorney. I said should you consult with an attorney? And the answer for that in the criminal defense space, whether it's a traffic ticket, a traffic citation, a misdemeanor, or a felony, every single time, yes, you should absolutely consult with an attorney. Whether you hire an attorney or not is going to be based on some of the same factors, but it's going to be a little bit different analysis here. It's going to depend on the facts of your case. And I want to throw this in here really quickly. Although I am giving you a way to think about a potential case that you or a loved one may be facing, this is not legal advice to your specific case, and you and I do not have an attorney-client relationship. If you would like to reach out, you can. All that info is in the description. So why is it important to consult with an attorney? It's important to consult with an attorney to determine whether you need to hire an attorney. So in a lot of instances, individuals qualify for a public defender. A public defender is a court-appointed attorney that's going to be appointed to represent you. I was a public defender for a while. There are a majority, I don't want to say a majority, but there are a lot of criminal defense attorneys who have previously been public defenders. There are a bunch of criminal defense attorneys who were previously prosecutors as well. One of the reasons that you need to consult with an attorney, of course, is to determine whether you need to hire one. You're going to get a bunch of different information when you consult with an attorney. Realistically, that attorney is going to have the opportunity to go over some of the facts of your case, potentially look at a police report, review sort of the conditions of your release if you have been arrested and you've bonded out, or maybe you're on pretrial release. There's a lot of different reasons. So what is the main reason that you want to consult with an attorney? You want to understand the potential that you could be facing. So what does that mean? Okay, you were cited for speeding. Should you consult an attorney? Yeah, you should consult an attorney. Should you hire one? Maybe, maybe not. In the state of Florida, where I'm an attorney, were you going more than 25 miles an hour over the speed limit? If you were, you should definitely speak with an attorney and probably hire one too. If you were just swerving, changing lanes, maybe you had a tail light out, maybe you were driving carelessly, too fast for conditions. Should you hire an attorney? Maybe, maybe not. And that's one of the things that you want to know when you do reach out and consult with an attorney. If it's for a misdemeanor, so not a criminal traffic misdemeanor. Criminal traffic misdemeanor can be anything from driving with a suspended license, DUIs. There's a bunch of different things. If you have a DUI, if you're charged with DUI, nearly 100% of the time, you should hire an attorney. You should always consult with one, but you need to make a decision if you're going to hire, and we'll go over that more in the hiring video. Right now, this is just the consulting. So what are some other things to factor in? If it's a felony, do you have prior criminal history? Do you score a particular amount here in the state of Florida? And these questions are going to be slightly different in every state, and you're going to want to definitely talk to an attorney in that state. In the state of Florida, if you score prison, you should definitely hire an attorney. A lot of times, like I mentioned briefly, the public defender's office is going to do a really, really good job. The difference between a public defender and a private attorney, oftentimes, despite popular belief, is not actually whether you're getting a better or a worse attorney. The difference is the time the private attorney has to spend on your case. So if you're a county court public defender, right, you deal with nothing but misdemeanors, DUIs, criminal traffic stuff all the time as a public defender, you are probably going to be as qualified as any private attorney to handle those types of cases. When you're consulting with a private attorney, you're going to pay for their time. When you hire an attorney, you're paying for them to advocate for you in your case, right? You're paying them to take the time to go over every facet of your case and determine if the state can actually prove their case or not. One of the other things you definitely do want to consider is, are you out on bond for another charge? So when you're consulting with an attorney, you want to learn all these things. These are questions to ask. What is the potential jail time I'm facing? What's the potential sentence? What have you seen is normally the sentence for something like this? So if you have a third-degree felony for, let's just say, battery on a law enforcement officer. So you bumped a law enforcement officer, right? Maybe you shoved a hand away. Maybe you pushed. Maybe you were incredibly intoxicated and that's what happened. The 5-year maximum on that for being a third-degree felony in the state of Florida, $5,000 fine or 5 years probation or any combination of those, that may be the maximum. But realistically, what are we seeing in whatever county you are in as a sort of normal sentence? Is any jail time proper? Is it not? These are the things that you will get out of a consultation that you're just not going to get by even watching these videos, by going to Google, by going to any other resource, by looking on Avvo or Martindale or lawyers.com. These are all places where you can find phenomenal attorneys. If you don't go and talk to them, or if you don't set up a virtual Zoom meeting or a Google Hangout or any of the different things that allow you to actually speak with an attorney, you're just not going to know. So the overall question was, should you consult with a lawyer if you've been arrested? Every single time, the answer is yes. I'm Attorney Darling. Guys, thank you so much. Just because you're watching this video does not mean you and I have an attorney-client relationship. I appreciate your time. I really do. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, like and subscribe below. Definitely hit that bell so you can get notifications. I am trying to be your go-to resource in the state of Florida for criminal defense questions. I'm going to answer questions at least on a weekly basis. We'll get them posted. We'll get them put up. I want to help my community understand that knowing a lawyer is a click away. You all know me. I'm Attorney Darling. I look forward to helping you guys in the future. Thank you so much. And until next time, ask your questions. Talk to you soon.